Good morning, class 9. Welcome to yet another session of history. Let us begin our discussion about the chapter Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So, in today's video, we will try to understand that what was the condition of Russia at the beginning of the First World War. See children, this First World War was a war where none of the countries had interpreted or even thought of that this war would be lingering for a span of 4 years. It was generally considered by the warring parties that it would be a normal war and will end within 2-3 months span, and the people would be back to their homes by Christmas. But somehow it did not happen because of the involvement of the warring parties. So let us understand who were the warring parties. So in the First World War, one section which was known as the Central Powers was being led by countries like Germany, Austria and Turkey. Another section that was of Allied powers or Allied forces was led by countries like France, Britain and Russia, and later on this section was being joined by countries like Italy and Romania. So it is not like that only these countries were warring with, there were several other small countries who were also supporting them, but these are being named because of their position and because of their geographical size. Then who was ruling? Tsar Nicholas II was the ruler of Russia at this time, and his wife Tsarina Alexandra, she was from the country Germany. So as I had told you in my previous videos that Russian people or the Russian politics was following the country Germany as their role model, and they were looking for many concepts from Germany. So Tsarina Alexandra, she was of German origin, but because of the involvement of Russia in this world war where Germany was opposing Russia, so here the people slowly and gradually started disliking Germany, and Tsarina Alexandra was also being disliked because of her supporters and advisors who gave her all sorts of bad advices. Moreover, Tsar Nicholas II, he never consulted Duma in this manner or this matter of participating in the First World War. And in the beginning, the people were very much excited in Russia, but slowly and gradually their excitement started fading. And as the severity of the war started increasing, almost all the support to Tsar Nicholas II started withering off. So he had no support, and already he had not discussed the Duma, that is the Russian parliament, in this matter of participating in the First World War. Then the realities of Russia were differing on the eastern front and the western front. At certain parts, Russia was leading. At certain parts, Russia had to take a tough competition or take a tough confrontation with Germany. So the situation was very much hostile. Many people started losing their lives by the year 1970. Almost 7 million casualties had already taken place, and now the soldiers' enthusiasm started decreasing. Moreover, this war led to the destruction of crops on a very large level, and buildings also started were being destructed by the soldiers. Why? Because when the soldiers, they were returning from the grounds where they were being chased from the German army, so on their return they started destructing the crops, they started demolishing the buildings, and even they started spoiling the water bodies. So this policy of destruction is known as the scorched earth policy, which the military generally takes up during war. So if they are not getting the benefit of any of the natural resources, they try that the enemy should also not get the benefit of those resources. So because of this scorched earth policy, what happened? There was a very big load of refugees on Russia, about 3 million people, because of loss of crops, because of destruction of buildings, they followed the Russian army to Russia, and they were all the refugees. Moreover, because of the failure in this war, the Russian government was being discredited, or the popularity started decreasing, and moreover, the Tsar was also being disrespected now between his supporters. Moreover, another important thing was that the soldiers, they did not wish to participate in the war anymore. They did not want to fight in this war anymore. Moreover, there was a severe impact of this war on industries in Russia. As I had told you in my previous videos also, that when we talk about Russian industries, these industries were countable on fingers. So they were very nominal industries, and even those industries were being suffering because of this war. Why? Because the raw materials could not reach, which used to generally come from the Baltic region or the areas where Germany was now taking charge. Moreover, the railway lines had started breaking down because no proper attention was being given. The reason for this was that by the year 1916, the abled men, that means the young people, were being called to fight in this war as soldiers, whether they were trained or not trained. So they had to render their services for war, and because of calling of these abled men, what happened? There was a shortage of manpower. Moreover, supplies to feed the armies were being sent off on regular basis, which led to the scarcity of food grains in Russia. So there was no agricultural activities, there were no shops running now, there were no industries running in a proper manner, and the people who used to support the system by rendering their services, they had also been called to fight in the war. So the entire system had broken down. And because of the scarcity of grain, what happened? Bread and flour had become quite scarce, expensive also, and by this time it was very common to find that there were riots going on in front of the bakeries. So this much for today. Rest we will be continuing in our next class. Thank you.